You know that feeling, right?
Hmm.
Drowning in information, but you just need the key stuff fast. Well, that's what we're here for. Today we're doing a deep dive into two things that work together, Onyx and Goliath. We're going to break down what they actually are, the big problems Goliath is trying to solve, in the digital world, how it's different from other projects out there, and maybe most importantly, what this all means for the Onyx coin, XCN. Ready to jump in?
Absolutely. And it's really interesting how they fit together. So Goliath, think of it as the foundation. It's a digital infrastructure, basically. Secure, open to everyone, built so people and businesses can, interact, build things, make transactions safely.
Okay, so Goliath is the tech platform, the network. Where does Onyx come into play then?
Right. Onyx is the organization that governs Goliath. It's a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization. It's actually made up of people who hold XCN, the Onyx coin, on the Ethereum blockchain, using the standard ERC20 format. So these holders, they're the ones who basically steer the ship, deciding how the network evolves.
Gotcha. So we've seen a lot of DLTs, distributed ledger technologies. What's the core problem Goliath is aiming at? Why another one?
Yeah, that's the crucial question, isn't it? Why build this? Well, Goliath is specifically engineered to tackle 5 major roadblocks that have kind of held back DLTs from really going mainstream. We're talking about speed, getting high transaction performance, security, like really strong, formally verified security. Then there's governance, making it decentralized but still effective, stability for the whole system, and tools to actually work with regulations.
Quite a list. Ambitious. So how does Goliath actually achieve all that? What makes it stand out, really?
Let's start with performance, because speed is often a big bottleneck, right? Goliath is designed for almost optimal bandwidth use. The projection at launch is handling something like 100,000 crypto transactions per second.
100,000.
Per second.
Yeah.
And getting final confirmation consensus in just seconds, that puts it way beyond most older DLTs. We're talking Visa-level volumes. Plus, it's way cheaper. Transactions should cost less than a cent. And it ditches that energy-hungry proof of work, so it's much greener.
Less than a penny.
Wow.
That changes the economics. But speed is one thing. What about security? That's always the big worry, isn't it? How does Goliath handle that?
Security is absolutely fundamental here. Goliath uses something called asynchronous Byzantine fault tolerance, or ABFT. It sounds technical, but what it means is it's designed to keep working correctly, even if a bunch of its network nodes are offline or acting maliciously. It's basically the highest security level we know for this kind of system.
So it's super resilient.
Exactly. And because it doesn't have a single leader, it's naturally harder to hit with DDoS attacks. It also guarantees fair access and fair ordering. This is huge. It means no one participant can block transactions or mess with the order they go in. That fairness is a big step up.
Okay, and I heard the way it stores data is different too, not like a typical blockchain.
Yeah, that's another key difference. Think about regular blockchains. Sometimes they have branches that don't make it into the final chain, like orphaned blocks. That's wasted effort. Goliath doesn't do that. It integrates all valid information, even current events, right into the ledger. Nothing gets thrown away. This structure allows for stronger guarantees, like ACID compliance. That's atomicity, consistency, isolation, durability, the stuff databases rely on for total reliability. Blockchains usually can't promise that.
ACID compliance, okay. That sounds like something businesses would really value.
Yeah.
Reliability. But what about regulations? Things like GDPR, privacy. How does Goliath fit in there?
Good point. It's built with that in mind. It supports controlled mutability. So under specific pre-agreed rules, data can be changed or deleted. That's vital for things like GDPR's right to be forgotten. It also has flexible identity options. You can link real-world identity if needed for KYSAML, But by default, it's pseudonymous. And importantly, the nodes running the network, they never see unencrypted personal data. That's a big plus for privacy and compliance.
Interesting. And you mentioned different ways to use tokens on Goliath.
Right. 2 main models. There's the Goliath Ledger, that's for native tokens right on the public network. Think stablecoins, NFTs, stuff needing high speed. Then there's the Goliath Mesh. This is more for customizable permission networks, maybe for regulated financial markets. They can use Goliath's consensus for ordering and proof, but without putting all their sensitive data directly on the public chain. It kind of bridges public and private needs.
Okay, this is all really innovative tech, so let's connect it back. How does all this, the speed, the security, the compliance focus, this unique structure, how does it impact the Onyx coin, XCN? What's the value link?
XCN is right at the center. First, governance. Holding XCN gives you a direct vote in the Onyx DAO. You get to weigh weigh in on important policies, technical upgrades for both Onyx and Goliath through what they call Onyx Improvement Proposals, or OIPs. So the community literally shapes the future of the network.
So it's not just a coin to trade. It actually gives you power within the ecosystem, real utility.
Exactly. And then there's proof of stake. Goliath uses POS. A node's influence, how much say it has in reaching consensus, is tied directly to how much XCN it stakes, locks up as collateral. This creates demand for XCN. And you don't even have to run a node yourself. You can proxy stake your XCN to a node operator you trust. You help secure the network, and you earn rewards.
Ah, so staking rewards too. That incentivizes holding and participating.
Precisely. The whole economic model reinforces this. Nodes need XCN to participate, to pay transaction fees. Their rewards are based on their stake. Plus, there's a fixed total supply of XCN and a mechanism to burn some tokens, which can be deflationary. And a chunk of XCN goes to the Onyx treasury, which the DAO controls, to fund development, partnerships, ecosystem growth. It's all designed to be self-sustaining.
So wrapping this up, it really feels like Goliath isn't just, another blockchain project. It seems like a really thought-out system trying to solve those core adoption problems: speed, security, working with rules.
Yeah, it's that combination, the high security with ABFT, the massive throughput, the regulatory flexibility. It's a potent mix.
And XCN is the key to making it all work: governance, security, through staking, the whole economy. So thinking ahead, with a platform offering this kind of security, speed, and readiness for regulation, what kind of completely new applications or maybe even industries do you think could emerge from this in the next few years? What does this unlock?